The Super Mario Galaxy movie, a great sequel to the previous Super Mario Bros. Movie. Hello everyone, welcome to today's video, and today we're gonna talk about why I think the Super Mario Bros. Movie is a great sequel to the original. It's not surpassing it. I feel like the first Super Mario Bros. Movie was a bit better, but this one is a good movie, in my opinion. I know there's some people that didn't like this movie that much. I heard their argument, but I don't fully agree with them. There will be spoilers in this video, so this is your spoiler alert. And with that out of the way, let's get started. I couldn't find any picture to use for this, but there is a lot of Easter eggs in this movie, and for some of you that think it's getting a little too much, I didn't feel like that. I feel like that's one of the things that makes it a little bit interesting when you re-watch that movie and see how many Easter eggs you can spot. Some people re-watch those type of movies just for the Easter eggs. I don't really care that much. I like it because it feels like more of a real Mario movie, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. One thing I really like that they changed is that they made Peach and Rosalina's sisters born by Stardust. I haven't played Super Mario Galaxy games, so I can't say if that is real or not. But I heard from some who have played it that that's not how it was in the games. But I don't care. It's different and adaptation, not copy and paste. So making some differences to the movie will help make it even better. And the fact that they made them sisters and gave Peach a real origin is one of the best things about this movie. It helped flesh out her character even more. It also fleshed out Rosalina's character as well. For other characters, and let's start with Mario and Luigi, I like the characters still, but I feel like the development could not be done a little bit better. I feel like they are a little bit lackluster in this movie, but they're still quite good. I just hope that they get more of a story arc in the third movie, because I felt like they didn't have a full arc. Mario had a little bit when it comes to Bowser, and maybe someone can change, but that wasn't that much to it. I also really liked Yoshi and Toad, and I liked the most is their little petty rivalry. I really think like that was a good comedic choice, and I laugh every time. And Yoshi is just adorable. Another great choice for this movie is to make Rosalina the adoptive mother for Lumas. Some of you might think that's not a big deal. I think it is. I know a little bit about Super Mario Galaxy games. Even though I haven't played it, I heard a lot about it. So I have a little bit of knowledge. And I think having Rosalina be a mother figure to them was a really clever choice, and also shows how good of a character Rosalina is, how good of a person, how good of a mother. To be honest, I feel like either Rosalina got the least bit of screen time. She's almost the one that is shown just enough that you can tell who she is, how she is, and how good of a person she is. There are also a bunch of other minor characters in this movie. There's one more character I want to talk about before I start talking about the villains. So let's just get to him. If I hadn't seen the trailer and the movie hadn't come out yet, I would not have believed this, that Fox McCloud would have been in Super Mario Galaxy. But if it was a movie in Mario Universe where he fits in, it's this one. To be honest, this feels like they're planning to set up a Star Fox movie later down the line. That's how it feels like. That they're trying to build a universe, a cinematic universe. But they really nailed the character. He was one of my favorite characters in this movie. Again, he doesn't get the most screen time. He doesn't get to fight against Bowser, unless you call the battle he had when he used his ship. But physically, he does not fight in this movie. But he was a good help to Mario and Peach. And the character was quite cool. So to be honest, I think there's many kids that is gonna love this character going forward. And we might soon see a new Star Fox game thanks to this decision. And here's where the most clever choice was made. Instead of having Bowser being the main villain again, this time they're having Bowser Jr. being the main villain. And Bowser first looked like he was gonna get a redemption arc, and we've seen he has been conflicted, but he ultimately chose to side with his son. And it's clear that he loves his boy. As a father, he's not really that good since he encourages all the bad qualities his son have, all the evil qualities. But then again, Bowser Jr. does the same to his father. So they're almost perfect for each other. Father and son, family is forever. I really like the choice they made here. Some of you might not like the flip-flopping with Bowser's character. I did not feel like it was that simple that he was flip-flopping. I feel like that he was starting to like Mario and Luigi, and he was afraid he was a bad father to Bowser Jr., and in a way he was, but he still loved him. Ultimately, I know now that Bowser is not pure evil. He's evil, of course, but he's not an irredeemable villain. I think the same goes for Bowser Jr. I don't think they will fully become heroes, but I think they will be those type of villains that will from time to time team up with the heroes going forward. Not fully joining the hero side and become heroes themselves, but sometimes making alliances with them. I also like that Bowser Jr. using a paintbrush to fight with, taking that from Super Mario Sunshine. That was a really good choice. It also makes interesting battle scene. And now for the character we are all looking forward to, the one we were all hoping for, the one that was the best part of the movie, the character Wart. But with all joking aside, I think he was a nice addition to the movie. This movie is Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Sunshine, all three combined to help inspire this movie. And Ward was a character that would be hard to sell as the main villain because he was only villain for one game. Bowser has been there for multiple games. I think the same for Bowser Jr. and the Koopalings. So having Wart be the main villain would have been difficult because many people doesn't care for the character that much. But the way they used him here as an antagonist owning a big casino with some of his henchmen, Mauser and Birdo, I think that was a really clever choice. And that Peach actually is the one that defeats him. Mwah! That shows that Peach is a real badass. And Ward could have been the main villain if they really wanted to go for that, but I'm glad they didn't. It's better this way. I also like the conclusion of Mouser and Birdo. I think that was a nice addition to the movie. For the story itself, I think the story did a really good job. Some people complain about the pacing of this movie. I saw no problem to it. I think it all worked quite well. Again, we all have a different opinion, but the story was great. This felt like Mario being Mario, going on an adventure to save a princess. In the earlier movie, Mario went to save his brother. This time they're going to save another princess, Rosalina. Peach go first with Toad, and Mario they go later after Bowser Jr.'s first attack. Bowser being conflicted is also something I really liked, showing that even though he is a villain, there are some good in him, and the same can be said for his son. The addition with Fox McCloud was also quite good. The story is well written, well paced, and they have real character development. Some better than others. And the best part is that this movie has great action scenes. In its action scenes, that's where the movie really shines, where it worked the best. And I also want to bring one last thing up, and that is one of the movie's post-credit scene. This one has two, and that is we actually get to see Daisy herself in this movie. In a post-credit scene where she punched that damn monkey who dared to steal Toad's backpack. I really are looking forward to what they're setting up with Daisy in this movie. For ranking, I'm giving this movie a 7 out of 10. Great story, great characters, great action. And that's it for this video. Did you guys like this movie or did you dislike this movie? Let me know in the comment section down below. I hope to see you people again next time.